Previously, we learned what is an HCF and what are some fun ways to deal with word problems. Now, this time around, it's about least common multiples. Let's say we have to find out the LCM between 5 and 6. The first thing that you need to do is find out the multiples of 5 and the multiples of 6. So we find out the multiples of 5. Those would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, and so on. By the way, if you need to learn what is a multiple, how did I arrive at those numbers, you need to check out the video Factor and Multiples. I'll link to the video down below. Learn the basics and then come back to the exercise. Now, similarly, we have to find out the multiples of 6. Those would be 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, and so on and so forth. Now, what's common between the multiples of 5 and the multiples of 6? That would be 30 and 60. But both of these numbers, 30 and 60, are common multiples of 5 and 6. But which one is the least common multiple? That is 30. So the answer of the LCM between 5 and 6 is equal to 30. Pretty simple, right? Not so much. Let's say we have to find out the LCM of 30 and 36. So we need to find out the multiples of 30. Those would be 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, and so on and so forth. Similarly, the multiples of 36 would be 36, 72, 108, 144, 180, 216. So it's quite tedious, but we did find out what's common between the multiples of 30 and the multiples of 36. That is 180. This is a long, meandering process. You don't have to go through that. There has to be some easier way. And yes, there is one. It's called prime factorization method. So what you need to do right now is make prime factors of the first number. That is 30. Prime factors of 30 are 2 into 3 into 5. And for 36, it's 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Now, again, if you need to learn what are prime factor, what is prime factorization, what is the difference between prime and a composite number, I'll link to the video down below. Learn the basics and then come back to this again. And also there I explain how to write these kind of numbers as an index notation. So let's say we have the prime factors of 36 and we need to convert them as index notations. We can say that is 2 square into 3 square. Now, what you need to do is you need to find out the biggest number in both of these sets. What is the biggest number between 2 and 2 square? We have 2 square. What about 3 and 3 square? We have 3 square. Now, can you write factors of 36 as 2 square into 3 square into 5 raised to the power 0? Now, 5 raised to the power 0 means 1. Now, what's bigger between 5 and 5 raised to the power 0? We have 5. So you multiply all of these numbers. The answer is 180. There is another way as well. That is called division method. You divide 30 and 36 by the smallest prime number that you know, that is 2. The answer is 15 and 18. Now, can you divide 15 and 18 both by 2? You can't do that. You have to look for the next lowest prime number that you know, that is 3. You divide 15 and 18 by 3. The answer is 5 and 6. Now, there is no common factor between 5 and 6. We have to stop it there. Apart from 1, that is not a prime number. So we have to stop here. What you need to do is you need to look for the prime factors that we made. That is 2 and 3. Also, what is the remainder? That is 5 and 6. You multiply all of these numbers. 2 into 3 into 5 into 6 is equal to 120. See you next time. Bye bye.